Imagine a world where your own body can be taught to fight cancer. A world where a simple injection could turn the tide in one of the toughest medical battles. This is not science fiction. This is happening right now. Today, on August 8th, 2025, we are witnessing a remarkable step forward in medicine. The National Health Service in the United Kingdom is rolling out a groundbreaking new vaccine. This isn't just any vaccine. It's a therapeutic jab designed specifically for patients battling a difficult type of cancer. This new hope is aimed at those with head and neck cancer, a disease that can be devastating. This is a story of incredible innovation, a story of science giving us a powerful new weapon in the fight for life. This news brings a powerful message of optimism to patients and their families. For too long, the journey through advanced cancer has been defined by harsh treatments with difficult side effects. So, what exactly is head and neck cancer? It might sound straightforward, but it's actually a group of different cancers. These cancers can start in several places in the head and neck area. Think of the mouth, the throat, the voice box, the sinuses, and the salivary glands. These are the parts of our body we use every day to talk, eat, and breathe. Because these areas are so vital to our daily functions, cancer here can be especially challenging. It can affect a person's ability to speak, to swallow, and even their physical appearance. This makes it not just a physical battle, but an emotional one as well. The seriousness of head and neck cancer cannot be overstated. When it's caught early, the chances of successful treatment are much higher. However, these cancers can often go unnoticed in their early stages. The symptoms can be subtle, like a persistent sore throat, a lump in the neck, or a change in your voice. Many people might dismiss these signs as minor issues at first. This delay in diagnosis means that by the time many patients see a doctor, the cancer may have already grown and spread. Now let's talk about something you might not expect to be connected to cancer, a very common virus. This virus is called the human papillomavirus, or HPV. Most people have heard of HPV in the context of cervical cancer, but its reach is much wider. In recent years, scientists have discovered a strong and growing link between HPV and certain types of head and neck cancers. HPV is an incredibly common virus. In fact, it is the most common sexually transmitted infection in the world. Nearly every sexually active person will get HPV at some point in their lives if they are not vaccinated. For most people, the body's immune system will clear the infection on its own, usually within a year or two, without causing any health problems. You might never even know you had it. However, in a small number of people, the immune system doesn't win the fight. The virus stays in the body for a long time, and this is when it can cause trouble. A persistent HPV infection can lead to changes in the cells that can eventually turn into cancer. The rise in HPV-related head and neck cancers is a major public health concern. Treating advanced head and neck cancer presents doctors and patients with a formidable challenge. The standard treatments we have relied on for decades are powerful, but they can also be very harsh. These treatments often involve a combination of surgery, radiation therapy, and chemotherapy. Surgery aims to remove the cancerous tumor, but this can be very complex in the head and neck area. These are delicate structures, and removing a tumor might mean also removing parts of the jaw, tongue, or voice box. This can have a permanent impact on a person's ability to eat, speak, and even breathe normally. The recovery can be long and require extensive rehabilitation. Radiation therapy is another key tool. It uses high-energy beams to kill cancer cells. While it can be very effective, the radiation can also damage healthy tissues nearby. Patients often experience painful side effects like mouth sores, difficulty swallowing, a persistent dry mouth, and changes to their sense of taste. These side effects can make it very hard to get proper nutrition, which is vital for recovery. So how does this new jab actually work? The science behind it is truly brilliant, and it's part of a field called immunotherapy. Think of your immune system as your body's personal army. It's constantly on patrol, looking for invaders like bacteria and viruses. When it finds one, it attacks and destroys it. However, cancer cells are clever. They are our own cells that have gone wrong, so they can often trick the immune system into thinking they are normal. They have ways of hiding and putting the brakes on the immune response. This new vaccine is designed to take those brakes off and expose the cancer cells for what they are. The vaccine specifically targets head and neck cancers that are caused by the HPV virus. The HPV-infected cancer cells have unique markers on their surface, like a flag that identifies them as being virally infected. These are called antigens. The therapeutic vaccine contains pieces of these HPV antigens. When the vaccine is injected into the patient, it presents these flags to the immune system. It essentially says, "Hey, immune system, wake up. Look for any cells that have this flag on them. These are the enemy. Go and destroy them." The excitement around this new vaccine is shared by medical experts across the globe. Dr. Christian Ottensmeyer, a leading oncologist and researcher involved in the vaccine trials, has spoken with great optimism. He says, "This is a pivotal moment. For years, we have been searching for better ways to treat patients with recurrent HPV-related head and neck cancer. This vaccine shows incredible promise in activating the immune system in a very specific and powerful way." But, the most powerful stories come from the people whose lives have been directly touched by this breakthrough. Let's talk about Barry, a 70-year-old grandfather from Liverpool. Barry was diagnosed with throat cancer a few years ago. He went through the grueling standard treatment of radiation and chemotherapy. The cancer went away, but then it came back. His doctors told him his options were very limited. He felt like he was out of time. Then he was offered a chance to join the clinical trial for the new vaccine. He described the treatment as being much easier than chemotherapy. After the treatment, Barry's scans showed something remarkable. His tumors were shrinking. The cancer was in retreat. He said, "This vaccine has given me my life back. I was preparing for the worst, but now I'm planning for the future. I can play with my grandchildren again." While this new therapeutic vaccine is incredible news for treatment, it also shines a bright light on the importance of prevention. The best way to fight cancer is to stop it from ever starting. For HPV-related cancers, we have a powerful tool to do just that, the preventive HPV vaccine. This vaccine is typically offered to boys and girls around the age of 12 or 13, before they are likely to be exposed to the virus. In the United Kingdom, the HPV vaccination program has been a major success story. The program was introduced for girls in 2008 and expanded to include boys in 2019. The uptake rates in the UK have been consistently high. In many parts of the country, over 80% of eligible adolescents receive the vaccine. This high rate of vaccination is already having a dramatic impact. Recent studies have shown a huge reduction in cervical cancer rates among women who receive the vaccine as teenagers. By vaccinating today's youth, we are drastically reducing the number of people who will develop these cancers in the future. However, it's important that we don't become complacent. We need to continue to educate parents and young people about the importance of the HPV vaccine. This vaccine is safe and it saves lives. When we look at HPV vaccination from a global perspective, we see a varied and complex picture. The United Kingdom, along with countries like Australia and Rwanda, stands out as a leader. Australia was one of the first countries to implement a national school-based HPV vaccination program for both girls and boys. Their sustained high coverage rates have put them on track to potentially eliminate cervical cancer as a public health problem within the next decade. However, the situation is very different in other parts of the world. In many countries, HPV vaccination rates are worryingly low. There are many reasons for this. In some low and middle income countries, the cost of the vaccine and the challenges of delivering it to remote populations are major barriers. International organizations like the World Health Organization and Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, are working hard to close this gap by negotiating lower prices and supporting vaccination programs around the world. As we stand here on August 8, 2025, it is clear that we are on the cusp of a new era in cancer treatment. The NHS's rollout of this therapeutic HPV vaccine is more than just one piece of good news. It is a powerful symbol of the direction in which medicine is headed. We are moving away from one-size-fits-all approaches and towards a future of personalized, precision medicine, a future where treatments are tailored to the specific biology of a patient's tumor. This breakthrough will undoubtedly inspire more research and innovation. Scientists are already exploring how this immunotherapy approach can be applied to other types of cancer. Many cancers are driven by specific genetic mutations or linked to other viruses. In theory, we could develop therapeutic vaccines to target any of these unique markers. Imagine a future where we have a whole library of vaccines, each designed to fight a different kind of cancer. Ultimately, this story is a message of profound hope. To every patient fighting cancer and to every family member supporting them, this news shows that progress is real and relentless. The fight against cancer is a marathon, not a sprint, and today we have taken a giant leap forward. The future of cancer care looks brighter than ever before. It will be a future defined by innovation, personalization, and empowerment. A better future is not just something we wish for, It is something we are actively building, one medical breakthrough at a time.